In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make an amazing breakfast recipe. It can be obviously done for lunch or dinner, and it's got potato cake, mushrooms and poached egg. What can go wrong? Watch this recipe step by step, and if you're first time on this channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because I have a new recipe coming every single Friday. Enjoy the video. Before we do anything else interesting, get a vegetable peeler and make yourself useful by peeling 6 potatoes. The variety I'm using is Maurice Piper, but any other floury fluffy potatoes will do. You can even use new potatoes with the skin on for some extra texture. Don't cut them in tiny pieces as they will absorb more water this way, and we don't really want that. Get plenty of salt and put the lid on. While the potatoes are cooking, we can move on with the rest of the ingredients for this dish. Get a half onion, finely chopped. This is gonna be part of the mushroom sauce we'll be making. And talking about mushrooms, today I'm using chestnut mushrooms with a better price and availability than the wild mushrooms and with a stronger flavor than the standard white button ones. These are a great choice for this sauce. The freshness for the potato cake will come from the spring onion, or in this situation you could also use chives as both work very well with the potatoes. We are only looking for the green part of the spring onion. The rest can be used for different recipes or even consider using it for the mushroom sauce. Don't chop the garlic, simply crush it and set it aside for later. The potatoes look like they are ready, so you can drain the water and get the potato masher in action. And you don't need to get to a perfect mash consistency, you can leave some texture going on. Now we follow with the ingredients we prepared earlier, plus some basic seasoning and something extra like whole grain mustard and smoked paprika. And once everything has been added into the bowl, mix well until well combined. After all the ingredients are well combined, get the tray covered with baking paper and we can start getting the potato cakes into the right shape and size. And to do so, I'm using a round pastry cutter to keep everything nice and neat. Once you have the potato cakes formed, place them in the freezer for 2-3 hours. Frozen will be a lot easier to pan it. 3 hours later, just before we start panning the potato cakes, we can begin with the poached eggs. Add white wine vinegar, this will help keep the eggs together once they hit the water, and crack them in a separate bowl so you can check them before poaching. Form a whirlpool using a whisk and add the eggs in the middle one by one. Multiple can be added depending on the size of the pan. A very important thing to remember is to keep the eggs to a simmering temperature. Do not boil the eggs if you want to get them out in one piece. Now we can start panning the frozen potato cakes. Easy process, normal pan it with eggs, flour, breadcrumbs and a bit of seasoning. First, coat the potato cakes in flour. After that, get them straight into the egg, making sure the flour is well covered with that beaten egg. In the end, as you probably already guessed, get them well covered in breadcrumbs. Same as you probably seen on my poached schnitzel recipe, and if you missed that, click on the information card above. Of course you wouldn't have time to follow the whole process on a regular morning before going to work, but if you make a big batch, once panned, you can freeze them for up to a month and all you have left to do is the poached eggs, the sauce and obviously a bit of deep frying, but nothing that cannot be managed. Okay, so it's time to deep fry these big boys and give them a nice golden color. The oil should be set at about 180 degrees Celsius, but remember, they have been frozen, so the center is still rock solid. So get them into the oven after this at 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. While the potato cakes are in the oven, we can prepare the mushroom sauce and start by adding some vegetable oil on a pan set on medium-high heat. Follow with the garlic and the chopped onion we prepared earlier and cook them until the onion becomes translucent. After this, add the butter and once melted, get the chestnut mushrooms and cook them for 2-3 minutes. And don't forget the seasoning, salt and pepper. A mini multitasking is going on here. On the side, I'm chopping some chives while the mushrooms are still cooking. They will need another 3 minutes, just make sure you mix them time to time. Ready for the double cream. I'm adding about 100 ml of it, and now you can reduce the heat and cook for another 3 minutes, or until the sauce becomes slightly thicker. The chives go in once the sauce is at the perfect consistency, and we can begin plating. And by the way, if the poached eggs are cold by now, just drop them for 30 seconds in simmering water, and you'll be good to go. Remove the garlic as it's finished its job, and go with a spoon of creamy sauce on top of the egg. Adding another couple of spoons around the potato cake, this will give us a nice easy presentation, finished with a sprinkle of chopped chives. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up because this really helped me in this cooking journey, and I'll see you next Friday with a new recipe. You keep watching and I'll keep cooking.